Welcome to El Jefe TV, where history becomes reality. Today, we are going to talk about Charles Darwin and the Beagle voyage to Tierra del Fuego.
On December 17, 1832, Charles Darwin and the crew of the HMS Beagle went to Tierra del Fuego, also known as the Land of Fire. Unlike his other voyages, the voyage to Tierra del Fuego was mostly about the discovery of Fuegian natives and the way of life.
While he was there, he also discovered many fossils along the shore while interacting with Fuegians. While going along the shores of Tierra del Fuego, Darwin and his crew had a tough time. He also just noticed that there were Fuegians on board.
Captain Fitzroy was the head captain on the HMS Beagle, and it was not his first time at Tierra del Fuego. In the year 1826, Captain Fitzroy came upon a bunch of Fuegians and held them as hostage for a loss of a boat. He ended up bringing back 4 Fuegians to England and decided that he wanted to educate them. He also brought them to England to become missionaries and give the concept of Christianity to Tierra del Fuego.
Sadly, that did not work out too well, and the Fuegians that Fitzroy took went back to their old way of living. Fitzroy took 2 men, a boy and a little girl. Their names are York Minister, Jemmy Button, and Fugia Basket. The 4th name remains unknown because he died from smallpox. They both had very strong personalities.
Get back to the voyage, jeez!
Okay. After their arrival, Darwin attempted to access the country's geography. Tierra del Fuego is described a land with great mountains that are partially submerged in the sea. Bay inlets and bay occupy the valley should be.
Trees on the island had a height between 1,000 and 1,500 feet, which is about the size of a small building. Now we are going into commercial break.
Egg yet, what you cook?
Girl, you know, she said it's a Friday. No cook nothing for a Friday, you mad?
But me hungry, you know?
Well, go and go get a roti at the roti hut.
Girl, you're right. What is that?
351 Pitfield Road. Fetch one for me too.
Girl, bye.
Hey guys, I'm back. Now, as I was saying, the Fuegians' way of life was very different from England's. They had different tribes and had no government or chief. Instead, they had elders that led the tribes.
On January 15, 1833, the Beagle was anchored on Orleans. There were 4 boats that were prepared to go through the Beagle Channel. Darwin was comparing the channel to Scotland and was in awe at the remarkable feature of this channel. Jemmy led the crew to Willia Cove.
While they were in Willia Cove, they discovered that the Fuegians had no concept of democracy or government. They each shared the land amongst themselves peacefully. This was a new concept to Darwin, as he was used to living in a government-run area.
While they were there, Darwin and his acquaintances were shocked at the way of life of the Fuegians.
Darwin's perspective changed. He started having ignorant thoughts towards the Fuegians and was told that they practiced cannibalism.
According to The Origin of Species, Chapter 1, Darwin wrote, "We see the value set on animals even by the barbarians of Tierra del Fuego, by their killing and devouring their old women in times of death as of less value than their dogs." This ended up being proven false later on in 1962 by Leonard Angel, an editor of the Voyage of the Beagle.
Not only was Darwin wrong about the Fuegians practicing cannibalism, but also their language as well. He assumed that they were saying the same things over and over again, which they weren't. The language that the Fuegians spoke was more richer, complicated, and had way more words than the English and Spanish languages.
Aside from all the negatives, Darwin was astonished by their sense of hearing and sight. It was far better than Darwin's and the Englishman.
When Darwin finished his expedition in Tierra del Fuego, he then carried onward to Falkland Island.
In the end, Darwin's voyage to Tierra del Fuego paid off. He learned about a new way of life and he had never heard before, and found new fossils that helped further understanding of evolution.